Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's Wednesday, May 27th, and it's hot. I just checked. It's supposed to be 87 degrees out, and I'm sure it's in the 90s. Here in the lean-to, where is that temperature sensor? Somewhere. Where is that temperature sensor? Oh, here it is. Let's see what it says. 99. Oh, isn't that nice? But yeah, I'm getting ready to pot up some, not pot, but put into one of those containers, one of these buckets here. I just went to check on the safe numbers for plastic because I have a number 2. But yeah, I noticed yesterday the squash here, I think this is zucchini, it just has loaded with flowers, and you can see in this one here, look at all the buds on that. It's just loaded. They're safe in here. Put them outside. I'm sure they're going to get attacked by those squash beetles. But yeah, I've got these tomatoes also. I noticed this tomato here. It's got a bunch of buds on it. That one has 2. But you know, you always have a tendency, you want to save every plant. And definitely should have thinned these out. Got a lot of tomatoes in each of these little containers here. And sometimes I try to separate the roots, but you do a lot of damage, so I think I'm just going to cut these off. And you can take these and throw them in water, and they're going to be just fine. They're going to root for you. Well, look at all the tomatoes I have. And I have sweat pouring off my arm already. But this crazy weather here, next Tuesday, the high is going to be 70, and we're going to have a forecast low of 44 degrees. So I just put the ventilation shim back on the nuke, and now if she starts laying, I don't know if those numbers sufficient enough to keep the brood warm. So that's pretty crazy. I just ordered some dry pollen from Man Lake too. I'm gonna make my own pollen patties and see how that goes. But the plan is to get a couple of these plants into either a larger container, like that bucket right there, which is the number 2. Not to be confused with, I noticed that this bucket is left over from Ace, is it? I don't recall going to Ace. But this had ice melt in it. What's the number on this? I do not see. Oh, this is a number 2 also. Huh, that's surprising. Probably mostly everything is, unless you have maybe, I don't know, a petroleum product. You wouldn't want to use that. But, oh, didn't want to get this in the shot. Kind of had a disaster. I just don't have the time. Even though I'm still tempted to purchase another Arari Satsuma. All my citrus, I just threw them out, put them outside here. Let nature take its course. And yeah, that's the plan. I don't know if I want to bore you with putting, you know, a tomato plant in a bucket. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to take this soil. I was going to get some perlite, but don't like waiting in those, especially in this heat. I can imagine if there's a line at Home Depot. It's a pretty long line last time I went, but it goes quick. Oh, there goes the wren. Yeah, I'm gonna get sidetracked here. I had to do this video all over again. Always make sure that when you put the exposure in the manual mode, like I did for trying to videotape progress on an orchid in the house, and the window makes the iris close so the plants look darker. I forgot to put it on automatic exposure again. So yeah, let me get the tomato plant. I feel like I've done something into this bucket. So this bucket here I picked because it already had holes on the bottom. And one of the uses you can do is when you have holes on the bottom like that, I think contractors do this, is you can put your tools in here. Make sure you put holes in it so it doesn't collect water. But I know you can put holes on the sides too, so you have a little bit of a reservoir on the bottom. But I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I don't know. Depends on how quickly the plant would be able to take that up. I don't know if it would be swampy and after a while it just stayed wet. But I'm going to put some of this landscape cloth fabric on the bottom here. This soil tends to be kind of clumpy, so I'm going to try to break it up as I start to put it in this bucket. So I'm going to take my tomato plant and just go ahead take these lower leaves off. Let's see the roots on that. I'll disturb them a little bit. And plant it like so. Got some basil I should put in here too. But these, if you have some water handy, it's probably best to immediately or as soon as possible get them into water, and you'd be amazed how quickly they'll form roots. Let me get another bag of this garden soil. So I've been meaning to get this basil outside. I've had it on the windowsill, sweet basil, and it's going to seed already. But I'm going to take one of these plants out, try to separate it. Got some marigolds too, which I don't have any luck with. I think it's this soil here or the water, tap water, in combination with slugs maybe. But let me take one of these plants off. I think I can take this off. Should separate these. So I'll put that in here. Man, this makes me want to have some pizza. It smells so good. So I'll put some basil here. Let me get a marigold. So I have a couple of nice marigolds here. Put this in here. There you go. Alright, so probably a good idea to move it where you want it before you go ahead and water it, so you don't have to pick up that additional weight, at least in my case. So, we'll see how this does. This gets the most sun. I just watered these. I have to get these sunflowers on the ground. They're just soaking up water. And not good on labeling. These are some plants that I specifically bought, or seeds for, well, at least these look like carrots. I figured it's a plant for attracting hummingbirds. Yeah, so here's the marigold that I put in just maybe a week ago. They are just not, they get torn up by slugs, I think. And I get something with putting holes in my lettuce here too. But anyways, this is New England Gardening. Thanks for watching.